Royce, if you see John join us, will you let us know?
It's not
I
here.
don't know how we would know from up here. Who we,
It's even on my phone.
okay, thanks. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
9 o'clock on the head, looks like. Go ahead and call this fourth quarter meeting of the Landfill Advisory Committee to order. We have a quorum established, and I'd like to welcome Clarence Mundy, County interim administrator. We had a good meeting with him last week to kind of go over what the committee does and all that, and happy that you're here today, and we've got some members of the public. So with that, so we call to order. I'll entertain an approval of the minutes from the July 19th meeting. Got those to find you.
So moved.
Got a motion on the table, second. All in favor of approving the
Oh, sure moved.
all in favor of approving the July 19th minutes, signify by raising your hand. Opposed, like sign, motion carries. All right, that brings us to the public comment period. I'll open the floor for public comments. 3 minutes, state your name and your address, please.
Sorry, not jumping front. Good morning. My name is Allison Cruz. I live at the landfill, and I'm just here again to always ask that we please lead with our hearts in thinking of the citizens of Amelia and their well-being. All of us, physically and fiscally. So that's just my blessing for this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other comments from the floor this morning? Hearing none, I'll close the public comment session and open the floor to Brian for an update from Maple Landfill.
Yeah, I'll update you. Year to date through September 2024, host fees paid to the county are $2,016,564.11, without including gas host fees. So year to date through September 2024, total tons at the landfill, 668,148 tons. Of this total, 549,422 tons were from the rail. Over 80% of our tons are from the rail. Construction activity, we're starting the construction of 2 cells 20 and 21. And they will include gas collection expansion as well on these 2 cells. The final cap project consisting of 15-acre cap on the south end of cells 27 and 28, 90% complete. They're permanent with topsoil currently. We're going to seed it and then hydro seed it, try to stabilize it. So, okay. We did have a DEQ solid waste inspection on July 22nd. We received the written report on August 20th. That wasn't the report. Do have some donations that we've done. We donated $5,000 to Jetersville Volunteer Fire Department, part of their fund drive for new gear. And also, we did receive a recertification for the Wildlife Habitat Council for the site, the conservation program. So recertified for that. All I have currently. Update.
Royce, do you have anything to add to that since the July 19th meeting on your part?
No, not in the update section. Everything, like you said, going on.
I do have a question. You mentioned the rail. Do you know anything about the contract for the rail or
Do not.
any,
Contract service.
I know about years or anything at all? That's something that, do I need to go see him or is that something you can find or I don't know anything
If
about
I
it.
have that information, that would be probably corporate.
Corporate, okay.
And I don't know if they would disclose it.
What, even if it's a years? Okay. I wasn't trying to put you on the spot. I just didn't know. So, sorry.
Any other questions for Ben? Hearing none, go ahead and move to old business. As I think we all well remember, back in July, we started the process of elections, but did not conclude it, having no slate of nominees. So at this point, I will reopen the floor for nominations for chair, of the Landfill Advisory Committee.
It, it's hard. It's kind of hard to do this. Some of the members not here.
Yeah.
And I know we need to do this. I'm not trying to put this off. Because it's what we're supposed to do. But how do we do it with someone not here? Have to put it on.
I think the ones that are not here are gonna be fine with whatever, as long as it's not them.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And I'm not trying to be rude. You want it.
I mean, everybody else has done it. I'm not in a position to devote the time to it. I don't have an issue with you doing it.
I've told everybody I have anxiety. And I got enough stuff going on now. I'm a president of 2 organizations, real loud, large. I just can't. I just,
Well, as of last July, I have shifted my address in the county here, which has moved me from one district to another. And so my term as well is up as of next June. So I'm basically 2 meetings away from being up for reappointment or not. And so my eligibility for being on the commission is drawing shorter as, and so I'm talking with Benji about this, and Joseph as well. Just let them know that I had moved. Joseph was my old supervisor. So, so technically I'm doubling up with Don Garrett right now. And I've spoken with him about that. So I'm okay until we have a slate, but personally, you know, the rules are the rule that we're not supposed to serve more than 2 consecutive terms. So we're at best bending those rules now, which is not what we ought to do. So if somebody would take the chair, I would appreciate it for the sake of continuity under the rules. But if we need to wait until we're all here, I think that's fair. So everybody's in the room. We're lacking 2 members right now.
yeah.
So I think that if we're going to move forward on that front, we need to entertain a motion to do so. Either that or entertain a motion for somebody to take over as chair.
I make a motion that we do postpone this until the next meeting when everyone is here. Because I just think that's the only way it should be done for.
All right, motion on the floor to postpone until the January 1st quarter, 2025.
I'll second the motion.
Second on the floor, all in favor, raise your hand. Said all opposed, signify likewise. Royce, have you been able to see if we have anybody online? So this is,
I've been looking and I haven't seen where anybody showed up in the meeting room.
okay, I just want to make sure we're not missing somebody trying to vote.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything on my phone either, because I've been checking periodically, but it's just us in the meeting room at the moment. I guess you can see it up there too,
Oh, okay. All right.
participants.
All righty, well, that can is kicked down the road a little bit. We'll fix it. But that brings us to the solar panel update. Can you bring us up to date, please?
I'm sure y'all got the email. That was from an individual, not from our county. She sent some articles. Hope y'all read through them. If not, we'll get you the email too. I think Train was having email issues, which I've got your email worked out now.
Okay.
We'll get that done after the meeting.
Maybe you can get with me,
Yeah, but I mean, by the law and by what the DEQ says, nothing's been violated. I mean, it's all been approved. The tests are still approved. I'm gonna be stopping a couple when they come in just to check model numbers and make sure that those go with what they're supposed to be. I mean, other than that, there's not much for us to do. I've had concerns about the PFAs and the PFOs and Gen X chemicals in solar panels, but those are not regulated at any level. So there's nothing we could do about that really. And those chemicals are already in our food and our water and our clothes.
And I want to encourage anybody, next time this thing get kicked off again, to call him first. Just to call him and get an answer and see what the deal is, instead of getting everybody all fired up like we've gotten a couple times now.
So if I remember correctly, did you send that email to my personal email? Because I do remember reading something about it, or did you send it to the one the county has provided for me? Because I've not set the one up for the county yet.
So I sent it to your personal email.
Okay.
Along with the instructions on how to set up your account.
All right, I don't know where that's at. Look in a minute when I'm not occupied with this meeting. But what you sent, if I remember reading correctly, that pertained to what was brought in earlier in the year that we've already discussed, correct?
Yes, well, when an approval comes through, that it doesn't denote when it has to come in, just that it has to come in within a year, if I'm understanding this right.
I believe so.
There's a date range they can bring it in.
Okay.
I've got a copy of the email, just print it off. That's what we received.
Thank you. Got to print them out.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Any other questions about the topic? All right, I'll move us to new business. Anybody have new business to address?
I got something on it. I'm still getting some complaints about the odor.
Yeah.
It's something. Yeah, to add to this. Now, the person that I'm speaking, yes, he does have land in my district, but not where he lives. He is a salesman. I'm not gonna call his name. A big time salesman, travel all over the state. He says he goes by a lot of landfill, waste managements, landfills, everybody's landfill. And that he thinks that that one has some of the worst odors in the state. Now, I say this morning, I couldn't smell it. But now tomorrow morning, and I used to say I didn't smell it a lot. And I don't know what it is. I haven't in the last month rode all the way around for the purpose of just odor. But it is still, and I know, I guess a landfill is going to produce some odor. You're talking trash, but I have got, counting that one, 3 complaints I know of since. And I think, didn't somebody just say something in the town hall meeting you had something about the odor bin? I
Do you
can't.
remember anybody saying? If it wasn't real.
It was comments about just sometimes it smells, sometimes it doesn't.
Right.
It's a landfill, it smells.
Right, it wasn't a big
Comments,
thing,
yeah.
but it's still, and Mr. Something like, you know.
Yeah, that was more of a comment than I mean, it was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
we
more of a
smell it.
comment.
Then at one point, there was I think a foam technology that y'all were trying to use to seal the trash bays.
Yeah, there's an alternative that we cover reuse. It's a foam.
So that's still in operation. And there was also like an odor neutralizer, I think that was.
We have several on
Yeah,
site.
several, so those are still in
They're
operation.
still not right.
Yeah, I figured as much, but
I know I have received one formal complaint. I think I emailed that to you. But I will say that at least at my office, it smelled worse when it was raining because y'all were hauling dirt. That's when it was the worst, is when we were having so much rain. I haven't noticed it at my office in the past week. I've been able to ride around and smell. I'll start riding and checking farther around the landfill as well, just to start logging and see if it's just weather related. If it's random, it's gonna be weather related, unfortunately.
I believe we had like 15 inches of rain last month.
Yeah, right around.
6 inches in 1 week.
Yeah.
How's the used oil collection facility working out?
People are using it left and right. Somebody always coming in there a couple times a week throwing away oil. Only issue I've had is the pot and store convenience center. People were leaving oil there and it was leaking on the ground. I put up a sign there, so I haven't heard from our recycle tech that they were still doing that. So they must have started bringing it to the landfill. Other than that, I think it's been going well.
Yeah.
People seem to like it, utilize it well.
And if I could, I'd get with you
Fort Man.
and come over there and see the foam or whatever being put on the trenches or whatever. And just to see, cause so I understand it a little more if I could sometime.
We are planning, still want to do that tour one day. Maybe we could do it then.
Yeah, yeah, I don't mean tomorrow, just when, I just, so I can understand. You're spraying it and putting a foam on, is that what you're saying?
It's all one process.
It's all one process, okay. That's what I thought, but, okay. Just whenever, you got my phone number.
Regarding the tour, I've heard that's been pushed back a bit. Since we have the new emails, we also have our personal emails, but there are the new county emails too. When that gets scheduled, will you let us know when that is? It's been about 4 years since I've been back there, if I can join.
Maybe I'll talk to Mr. Monday there from November the 6th. I
November
believe.
the 6th.
Maybe we could do something that day.
Okay. I guess my only update for the new business is, I mentioned that we do have county provided emails for each of our seats now. If you need any help with let me know, or voice that. And so are those posted on the county website at this point?
Yes.
Okay, I thought they
Yeah,
were.
there's on the county
So,
website.
so anybody that's interested in contacting us directly, shoot us an email. Happy to hear and address any concerns or comments or any questions and pass those along to the right folks. So I appreciate setting that up.
Mhm.
Any other new business? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Seconds on the floor. All in favor, signify by raising hand. All opposed, like sign. There you go. Bye.
Right.
Yeah, we could possibly do that on the 6th. He's not excited.